Evening all, welcome to some more tactics. This is called STEEDS. This is what rich people do. The 1% of the merc community, a la me. This is what we do when we want to kind of, just throw away some, relief funds, as we would call them, or as money, as you would call it. And we basically just do this as a bit of fun. It started off as the strafe tactic, and we have Evo and Judge and myself and Eddie Rio in the gang. And what we're doing, in essence, is 3 gunners in a dropship with damage mods and a crazy pilot. Evo's flying. And actually, no, I'm flying this one because I crashed. Look, what a noob. But in essence, this is the premise. Now, you lose dropships like crazy, but hey, we're rich. Who cares? And the premise behind this is to do exactly what you see here. So I'm actually piloting this while the other guys strafe. So you got 3 gunners shooting at the same time. Now, if you work out the DPS of this, smarter men than me can do that, but it's phenomenally high. You can see we're killing turrets in a second or two. And the purpose of this is actually a tank hunter, so that's why we called it the strafe tactic. What I'm doing here is more kind of a stationary platform, but later on, in just a few moments, a few shakes of a whisker's tail, that doesn't make any fucking sense anyway, in a moment you'll see actually Evo flying and me gunning, which makes a lot more sense because I'm just terrible at flying these things like this. Anyway, so that's the premise. And if you have lots of ISK, if you have a couple of mates who have got incredibly good dropship skills, please, again, don't forget that. This is not just us showing OP dropships, OP, lol. This is, millions of skill points being invested here where, Python level 5, gunnery missile turret level 5 across the board for all of us. So this is why we're firing missiles like crazy. And the premise is we just literally all line up and shoot and go crazy. And these first few kills are not the most invigorating of kills, but you'll see what I mean when we get a bit further down the line. This is, not perfect. This map is not great for it. But in essence, what you do, this is our antidote to redline railgunning tanks as he jumps out the dropship like a noob. So I get picked up again. But this is it. That's the premise. It's just a dropship, 3 gunners, pretty good turrets, and we just go at the enemy. You'll notice on the bottom right, left rather, this is a very untanked dropship as well. It's easily shot down. But again, so I would stress this is an investment of multiple millions of ISK, multiple millions of skill points. So no, this isn't OP, and if you say it's OP, then literally you just killed a baby kitten. Yep, you just killed another one. Stop it. And that is honestly true because having this many, much gunners, skill points, etc. And you see we lose dropships like crazy. But it's fun. And I mean, I think if you've not done this before, look, another dropship down, that's another 500,000 gone, that's another 3 dudes dead. In fact, we lost 2 dropships then because we clipped each other. So this is not for those who I would call the hoi polloi. You common people out there. I'm kidding, chill out. But here we go, this is the premise. Look at that. Look how quickly we killed a pretty tanked Madruga. The damage mod kicks in, 3 prototype, not always, but maybe 2 or 3 prototype turrets, certainly 1 advanced and maybe 2 proto, just wrecks face. And I think hopefully you'll agree this is actually amazing fun. You have to get over the fact that you're just going to lose ISK hand over fist when you do this, but let's face it, this game hasn't changed a great deal in quite a while, so I think we're coming up with these little mini games as something to do to kind of alleviate the boredom. So I think if you have some good gunners, if you have a good few spare million ISK and you don't mind throwing it away, I think this is just absolutely hilarious. Now, when we were doing this, and I'll show maybe the map before this one as well, maybe in a later video, because we got just so much rage mail from these guys because they were just redline railgun tanking every round. They bring it in, they sit it at the back like this dude here. Again, we got shot down. I couldn't even tell you what killed us then. It doesn't make any sense. A missile turret apparently one-shot us then. How did that happen? Seriously. But this is really is the antidote to those kind of things. But yeah, it costs you an absolute fortune to deal with these 70k ISK goddamn tanks. But I would say this Eddie, Mr. Rio, had not played Dust for a while, so we got him in and we were having a bit of a laugh. And he was like, oh, is it any better? Has it changed? And I think I've never heard him laugh so much because it was just hilarious. So I would highly recommend this as a bit of fun to do. Now, what you have to do, we call it kind of, guns facing forward, as I spaz out in my keyboard keeps spazzing out, that's why I do that. You all have to face forward, and the gunner has to then switch to the gun of view, and then you all have to basically line up, and he'll then say fire, and you all basically fire. And what you find is that, you do get all 3 shots hitting at the same time. It's with the damage mod on, it is devastatingly powerful. Now, you need someone with Python level 4 or 5 ideally, because the rate of fire is almost 50% higher as well. And Judge is pretty highly spec'd in the Incubus, so we do this with the railguns as well. You can do exactly with the railgun the same as we're doing here, and you need those skills. So again, when people say things are OP, it's like, well, yes, but if you've got level 5 assault rifle with the proficiency level 5, it's going to be pretty good, isn't it? And I think that's my kind of comment here is this is 3 people, all with huge amount of skill points and gunnery, investing into a single, kind of death coffin tactic, which costs us, God, no end of kills, of losses. So, there's no way you can call this OP, although I'm sure someone bloody will. But again, I would stress most of the time it's just about finding something a bit more fun to do. So look at that, a railgun maybe hit us then, that almost took us down. Now with the defend order on us, we actually got 4 orbitals in this round as well, which is just redonkulous. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how crazy that was. And that was only with 4 of us, which is pretty good. And what we were actually doing was just putting obviously the defend order on the dropship and running it with look at all the support kills you get. Nice. And what you'll find as well is that when you don't have to just hunt tanks with this, you actually can hunt infantry as well. So when particularly domination, when you get to a point where there's lots of people massed together, you can absolutely wipe them out. Look at that strafe, look at it, lovely stuff. Now again, it's not the easiest thing to show, and I think maybe in the next one I'll do a normal speed one of this, but I wanted to show you this because I just think it's so rare to kind of find something nowadays in any game that really just makes you go, damn, that's really good teamwork, that's so cool. And this was a great example of that. And you need good comms. You need to be able to kind of face forward. It's like a bomber. It literally is like we're in our space sky steeds above the ground. So all of you kind of paupers are running along the ground in your kind of proto seats. We're rolling about in the sky with our chariots of doom. And I think it's hilarious. It really was. And we got just endless amounts of hate mail because just the tactic alone is ridiculously powerful. So I think in general, I think these are the kind of things I would urge you to have a go at. I think you're going to find that the reality of these kind of things is that it takes a bit to get used to. I tried it myself and it's hard. Evo's a really good pilot. It makes this look easy, but look at that, just strafing with 3 turrets firing missiles all in one go. Look at the kill feed; it's just amazing. And this is an incredibly fun thing to do, but alas, I got Forge gunned out. Super bad porn star. Nice guy. So there we go. So that's it. Now try this tactic. I urge you to. I command you to try this tactic, and I think you'll have an absolute laugh. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.